How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Yamato, the legendary tier Japanese battleship. In this one, Yamato, I kind of have a weird build with the Board Queen. Uh, in this one, I have a Firefighter in that second row instead of drill bits or crisscross or anything that helps turret traverse. So, as you can see, our turret traverse is pretty painfully slow. Which, I mean, I guess technically Yamato, it should be slow. That's just how it should be as a sniper, that generally you won't really be pushing in that close to the enemy team. Although in this match it's going to be funny because I actually do play rather aggressively with this build, which I guess you sort of can play aggressive. I mean, you're going to be very tanky because we do have Master Mechanic and Firefighter. It's just we're not going to be a very good brawler. Not that Yamato is, because you have a massive Citadel, and I mean, with this build, just even more so, we're not really going to be able to do anything in terms of brawling. I mean, if we have to do a drive-by, our turrets are definitely not going to keep up, and we have to pre-turn them, and well, just look how slow we are trying to get our turrets on this vampire that's spotted. We're even trying to turn in towards him to get our turrets to turn even faster. So, yeah, that's Yamato's turret traverse, and I feel like, I mean, technically that's how it should be. But for Legends, Yamato turret traverse is a lot better than, again, what it should be. I think PC Yamato's turret traverse is this slow. But then again, PC Yamato is actually more accurate and also better, sort of, I guess. Although their Yamato doesn't get American dispersion and improved pen angles on top of their overmatch. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, we finish off the enemy vampire that was just charging in. I guess he wanted to try and gimmick abuse that legendary skill, but he just got focused by way too many things way too quickly, so he just simply died. Elbing, not really sure what happened or why he smoked up. Especially because all of the ships turned away, and knowing Elbing having basically no range, I don't think he can reach anything. Columbo's behind the island, Njord is beyond what Elbing can actually reach, so now it's Elbing's turn to have to just charge in and follow them, I suppose. Although I'm kind of hoping he doesn't eat torpedoes now that he's behind me. Njord is definitely going to launch torps because Njord has proper pan-European torpedoes, unlike Carl. Carl is still such a disappointment. Carl is, or Njord is what Carl wishes it was in terms of its torpedoes. But yeah, both of them essentially have the same hull, which means that we can overmatch Njord's deck, which we are going to just keep chunking Njord until he is gone. Njord Torp show up, does a whopping 4,500 damage because it is pan-European, and Yamato Torp belt is just absolutely nasty. But yeah, Njord, not exactly a huge threat. We can just keep charging in. Uh, I mean, it's not like his torpedoes are just going to instantly lead us. I mean, at this point, even with the super narrows, I mean, it's still going to be rather wide. So we don't really have to worry. We capped A, or I guess with the help of Elbing because he wasn't getting reset. But Njord just running away, trying to go to the border. He finally switched to HE because really he wasn't doing anything with AP. And yeah, that overmatch of his deck, it's just not really fun for him. I'm just going to wait here for the Elbing to go ahead and spot the Njord. I mean, there's not really much of a reason to keep charging out, as shells from across the map from a Minotaur start raining down. But yeah, not really a whole reason to keep charging if we don't have to, and we're kind of throwing off the timing of the Njord's torps, at least what we're hoping for, and those torps basically just don't show up. Njord, I think, thinking he had an opportunity to turn back in. I guess he was trying to. I mean, otherwise he'd just keep running to the border. That dispersion doesn't look great. Obviously, we don't have marksmanship because we have Master Mechanic instead. But we do have the BA Commander, Maki, and Scharnhorst as inspiration, so that's essentially 9% dispersion, 1% less than marksmanship. So I'm kind of hoping that that would make up for it, although I feel like if we did have marksmanship, probably would have finished off this Njord much faster. Our shells hit the Njord's turret, and we black it out. So that Njord is definitely having a lot of fun. I mean, there's not much he could do. I think his best chance would have been to actually push into a Yamato. That way we wouldn't be hitting his deck with plunging fire, and instead we would have had to try and hit his casemate. Not that it would have really done anything because Yamato does have improved pin angles on top of that. But yeah, Njord just not having fun. He's trying his best to do everything he can, but he's basically just being zoned out, so there's not much that he can do. And I'm pretty sure, since it's Bismarck guns, even if I was broadside, I don't think I'd be sitted out at this range, because Bismarck, or rather German pen, doesn't exactly do a whole lot of damage. Njord on a sliver of HP, that dispersion looks absolutely horrendous, but luckily we're able to land one shell, and we also slow down in time to not eat a Njord Torp. But at this point, there's not really any threats. We can now push into the other side of the map. Colombo just running away to the border like the Njord. Kind of interesting. I feel like they probably could have charged in a little more aggressively. I mean, an Elbing isn't that big of a threat in terms of its torpedo power. But yeah, Colombo, Njord both ran away. I'm pretty sure Njord also has sonar, does it not? But I guess he was a little too afraid to push in. Those Torps showing up, I was a little worried because we did take a decent amount of damage. I mean, we're at 41k. And if those Torps did land, I mean, if all of them landed and reached, maybe we actually would have died, as this Minotaur peeked around the corner a little too far and ended up paying for that. Yeah, so far we've been pretty aggressive. We have 4 kills. I mean, there's a fairly low Marlboro and a Velos that just got caught with his pants down. I'm kind of hoping that we're able to catch that Marlboro before he gets behind the island, because we can't overmatch Marlboro. And I mean, we do have 4 stacks of our what is it, reload mod? I just brain fart, couldn't think. I was kind of hoping to be able to finish him off. We hit him with a couple of shells. Unfortunately, accuracy isn't there. And Marlboro survives with 1 bar of HP. Enemy Delaware also running back into their spawn. Kind of relying on aim assist here to hit him. He is fairly broadside, so I'm kind of assuming we would do a fair decent amount of damage. We also saw his bow poking around the corner. Delaware do a decent chunk of damage, not great, but yeah, our friendly Njord in our cap is dumping torps for that Delaware, and unfortunately that Delaware is a straight liner, so there's not a whole lot of hope. Everyone also stopped spotting the Delaware. I'm pretty sure Elbing also smoked up the farm with his guns, and now we've basically lost our chances of shooting the Delaware because he is now behind the island. But torpedoes still just going for that Delaware. Not a whole lot of hope there. And the Delaware is going to eat all of those Njord torpedoes. Kind of unfortunate. We're still 1 shy from a Kraken. I mean, there is hope from the Marlboro, but he was pretty low, so fingers crossed that he has a super heal and maybe he can survive long enough. I changed my course so that I can shoot at the Marlboro. He gets spotted. I'm trying to use aim assist once again, waiting for my rear turret to turn around. Dispersion looking absolutely horrendous again. Kind of just hoping that he gets somewhere that we can shoot. I think he turned in very hard and our shells just absolutely whiffed. And now we're trying to get our rear turret in. But yeah, I feel like we should have probably been using drill bits. Maybe if we used drill bits, we actually would have killed the Marlboro with our 4 stacks, because that's another 8%. And I think 8% would have finished off a 1 more bar of Marlboro. Our salvo hits the Marlboro. Unfortunately, we don't kill him off. And now our Kraken is at risk. We have friendly battleship kind of charging in. Not really. But also the Kleber is right in front of him. Marlboro still charging in. Fingers crossed dispersion works. And we're able to do 1 bar of damage. And we're able to finally finish off that Marlboro. Would have been extremely tragic if we missed out on a Kraken, because dispersion trolled us while he was on 1 bar. It's happened before, and I'm sure it'll happen again, but very odd match in Yamato while we're charging in with the build where we're supposed to be kind of sniping and I guess tanking in that regard. But yeah, interesting. Definitely not going to be using Firefighter anymore though, because yeah, that was kind of kind of a little too bad of turret traverse. Obviously, I could probably get away with using like a turret traverse inspiration, but since we don't have marksmanship, I feel like we kind of need accuracy inspirations to kind of make up for it. And yeah, but I also don't want to give up master mechanic for marksmanship because now Yamato is somewhat tanky. Uh, but yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, guys, till next time, aloha.